We're on today 2 of our comic book Christmas calendar, and this time I've picked a Marvel issue. Marvel was not incredibly prevalent in my comic book collecting time of 2014, but towards the beginning of the year, April, our series came to an end, even though it started up in the following month. But I picked Daredevil issue 36 from volume 3. This was the last issue of Wade and Samney's rejuvenated Daredevil, in a kind of, gave it a Silver Age-esque kind of tone to it, and they certainly ended this series in style. What was kind of a running joke throughout this volume was Daredevil's true identity, and Wade definitely played with this in many times as a very humorous subplot, but it is there, and it's always been a kind of weight on Daredevil's shoulders. The idea of a secret identity for many of the characters within our comic book universes is always a big issue for them. So in this issue, what did Wade do? He stripped that weight away from him, and finally, within a court arena, we had Matt admitting, yes, I am Daredevil. He had everything to lose here, not least his relationship with his best friend since his college days, Foggy. There was a very poignant and kind of tender scene between the two. Wade in this series brought the subplot of Foggy having cancer into the storyline, and it was done so respectfully, so tenderly, and from the beginning of this, it was just on point. It was perfect, and they have this very thoughtful and respectful conversation between the two of them, and it was just right. It helped that we had kind of Samney and colorist Javier Rodriguez doing the colouring, because they just set the tone for kind of, the book was in kind of 2 halves. The first half we had the kind of the hospital scene with with Matt and Foggy talking about what Matt was about to do, and Foggy's acceptance of this. And even though it was a very kind of somber and kind of dark, there was hope there was light. And of course we have, you know, there's got to be some action, there's got to be some Daredevil energy to it. So there we have the huge fight scene at the end of this, which was really flashy and it was energetic, and by the end of this series it gave Daredevil and Matt a new direction to go into. Although I didn't collect the next series, wasn't a fan of it going up in price straight after this issue, I've heard it's still gone on from strength to strength.